the way I'm looking at it is crypto is a much smaller market cap as a whole, 3.5 trillion at the max, and the stock market, it's probably 10 times that, even more, maybe 100 times that.
Yeah, it's much bigger. It's much bigger.
It's much bigger, and I would say the amount of penny stocks compared to small caps or medium caps aren't even the same playing field. I think there's more projects. There are more tokens in crypto than there are stocks in stock exchanges. We have less funds coming in versus the traditional markets. Welcome back
To another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the Unscripted
Crypto Podcast. Ew.
Heyo.
It's been a week. It feels like forever for some reason.
It has been a week. We are recording on the Monday, guys.
On a Monday nighttime.
Asia Open, technically.
Is it open already?
Yeah. Well, Asia opens. This is technically Tuesday for Asia.
True that.
So it's not Monday open for Asia. It's Tuesday open for Asia. But yeah.
So, have you taken a look at how the market's doing? Has any news caught your eye as of late? And something, I don't know, surprising?
This is a genuine question to like apart from the things we discussed we're going to talk about, or is to roll them out?
Good question. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about all that.
Cool.
I was just gonna say.
I just asked because it's kind of the way you transition. I'm like, oh, he think.
I suppose I would bring up the Super Bowl, but in all honesty, I didn't watch it for the
Eagles
first time
won
in a long
that
time.
Disgustingly.
Yeah. Complete blowout.
Complete blowout. Everyone hates the halftime show.
I've been seeing some hate, some likes also.
I see a lot more hate than likes. I think I know why there's so much hate, which I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kendrick Lamar is too rap and not
too rap. What does that mean?
It means he's not I would say, a performer like the other artists that we've seen in the past.
He's not too much of a performer?
No, he's not. Like, to put on, like, okay, Lady Gaga is a performer apart from just being a singer and maybe a songwriter.
Okay.
Usher is not just a singer. He's a dancer, performer, and like a whole, like, so he creates a whole show.
So what you're saying is Kendrick can't dance?
No, what I'm saying is I think the people are used to seeing a specific type of show in the halftime show compared to what they saw.
What?
And also, I think this is an argument I saw online that the like Kendrick doesn't have songs on his repertoire that everyone knows by heart. True. Versus other performers that they typically go to for the halftime show do have, like, they have multiple songs you can play by, like, you can sing to it, rap to it, and you know all the words.
Yeah,
because we've had rappers before, like I think there was a similar feeling that the performance itself wasn't crazy, but everyone at least knew every song that was playing. Versus like the Kendrick, you didn't know every single song.
Yeah, he's definitely an artist, like high caliber, where you want to put some thoughts into what he's presenting to you.
And this is not to say that his messaging behind the whole show isn't there. That's not just like everyone's not looking at that, and everyone's looking at the performance itself. Like The Weeknd, example, singer, R&B artist, also somewhat of a rapper, depending on the day of the week, I would say.
Depending on the day of the week. I think you're thinking about Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, and
maybe The Weeknd doesn't. Maybe he only sings. I could be wrong, but he has a lot of songs that are top tier, and he knew how to put on a very intricate show.
Yeah, the show. Yeah, I remember his show being pretty good. Yeah,
like when you had not the last one, the one before, it was Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
When was the last time that you've like gone back and like watched previous Super Bowl halftime shows? You've never done that?
No.
Interesting. There's a great opportunity for a poll. When was the last time that you guys have watched a YouTube video of the previous halftime shows?
That's a fair enough.
I've done it.
Really?
It. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't remember which ones I went to go see, but definitely have done it. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised I didn't see the Super Bowl, if I'm being honest.
I'm surprised.
First time in a yeah.
Yeah. Also, I also think people were used to one thing of the Super Bowl, and I think a lot of people that would just follow like rap and rap beef were more interested in if he was gonna play Not Like Us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a hot debate also.
Which he did perform it, and everyone did say A minor.
Everyone said it.
That's like, okay, so YouTuber, influencer, Mike Malak, you know who he is?
Who's that?
Logan Paul's co-host. Does burger reviews.
Okay. No idea what you're talking about.
That's fine. The thing is, when the Super Bowl, when he was performing, when Kendrick was performing, he was recording, and it was silent.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's another video of when the A minor line came on. Not from him, from someone else. I forgot who it was, but everyone sang that line. Like, you heard that.
You heard it. You heard it on TV.
But yeah, he also teased it throughout the show that he may have he was gonna maybe sing the song. He sang the song. I think he had Serena Williams crip walking.
Yeah. And apparently she used to date Drake.
Oh, apparently, yeah, she did do that. That was a thing for a bit. But yeah, it was a whole thing. If you tuned in just for the beef itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to find a Poly Market bet because I figured once you said that, I was like, ooh, that would have been on Poly Market. Is Kendrick gonna play?
Yeah.
That song.
He did play, and I believe he closed out with it.
I couldn't find it. Oh, he closed out with it?
I believe so.
Okay.
But good show. Well, I enjoyed it. Is it one of the best? No, but someone who knows his music and likes Kendrick would be like, "Oh, I like it."
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have enjoyed it.
Great, yeah. I see that. I gotta watch it.
But yeah. But other than that, yeah. What's up?
Did you see any correlation between the Super Bowl event and changes in prices of cryptocurrencies or stocks or anything?
No.
I feel like that's a thing that happens though.
I don't think. Why would that happen? The Super Bowl's on a Sunday, so why would it affect stocks?
Oh, stocks makes true. Oh, can you buy stocks after hours on like Robinhood and stuff?
Not on a Sunday.
Is that not trackable? Not on a Sunday? I thought you could.
After hours is only until like 6.
Oh, okay.
And then you get Friday, like a little bit of after hours on some exchanges when Asia opens. Very few. But no, there's close to zero correlation, I would say, with like major sporting events.
Okay, because now I'm kind of curious if when I think it was Coinbase when their first ad showed up on the Super Bowl, was it last year?
No,
I don't remember.
Year before.
No. Year before?
It would be the year that the bull run was going on, so it would have to be either 2020 or 2021. It'll be 2021.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's 2021. Okay. Well, I wonder if there's a correlation with that ad popping up and the price of Bitcoin or crypto in general. Because if I don't recall, I think it was just like, was that the one with it was just a QR code?
Yep, and you're the one who said I would have never scanned it because you don't know what it is.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I do remember saying that.
So no, I don't think it has that effect you think it has.
True.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know.
You gave up on that one pretty quick.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the people scanning the QR code aren't the demographic that they were going for. Like they're going for the demographic that would scan the QR code.
Yes.
So the people who wouldn't have scanned the QR code, they're probably like, oh shit, this is a bullish indicator. Time to buy.
Well, it typically was, and it called a top. But no, I didn't see any crypto advertising this time around.
Oh, this year?
No.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I also didn't see any intricate like Super Bowl commercials as we've seen in prior years.
Yeah, they were lacking this year.
I think so. Maybe I didn't get any of the good ones. You know, sometimes that happens.
Yeah. True. That happens. That does happen often. You can't catch them all.
Can't catch them all.
All right, so I guess where do you want to start? So we did go over some topics. Now the question is, which one's the most relevant?
I guess we'll start with our good friend. Oh, what's up? Okay, what's up?
Okay. Yeah, my idea was going to be like, oh, we just talked about the Super Bowl. Is there any news about the U.S.? But if you have a friend that you want to talk about, that seems like a good idea too.
Well, he's
Tell me about your friend.
Our friend.
He's our friend.
Friend Dave Portnoy.
Tell me about our friend.
Our friend Dave Portnoy, the pizza reviewer, Barstool Sports CEO.
Mm-hmm. And why is he your friend?
I was doing some trading over, huh?
Why is he your friend?
Because he was shilling tokens out over the weekend.
He's a crypto advocate.
He's definitely into crypto, and he went on a minute and 30-second video on Twitter talking about how he could become a multi-millionaire just trading coins. He goes, all I do is...
Yes. Isn't he already a multimillionaire?
But he said just trading coins.
Just trading coins.
Yeah. So...
What do you say?
So he basically explained, he goes, this is what I do, guys. I find a token. I like it. Mind you, they're all crypto related and they're all meme coins. I mean, they're all sports related and they're all meme coins for the most part from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. He goes on Twitter and goes, I'm going to buy his meme coin. I'm going to sell it. You guys do whatever you want with that information. Proceeds to buy the meme coin. And then shortly after a profit is turned, he sells his entire holdings of that said meme coin. So everyone in the Twitter community, in the crypto community, is telling him, hey,
he posted that.
He posted that video. Everyone in the crypto community goes, yo, you can't do that. Well, I mean, you can, but they go, that's illegal. You're literally rugging the market.
It sounds like you're pumping a coin.
He goes, everyone goes, you're literally, that's illegal. You're pumping a coin and then selling it after you announce you were buying it.
That's not insider trading. That's another thing.
It's a pump and dump.
Yes. Racketeering. Pump and dump.
I don't know about racketeering, but it's a literal pump and dump. So everyone on Twitter told him the same thing. I don't know if he cares or not that he's doing that, but I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Someone created another meme coin called Jail Stool.
Jail stool.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Another meme coin. This is in I'm assuming in response to that video that Portnoy uploaded.
100%.
As in he belongs in jail.
Pretty
Crazy.
much. Which then at that point, he goes, I'm going to buy this meme coin. I will only sell once it's $1 billion market cap. And he also said for every 100 million the market cap goes up, he will put in an extra 100,000 of liquidity to the token.
Okay. And then once it reaches 100 million, he will sell.
A billion. Once it reaches $1 billion, he said he would sell.
Okay.
Mind you, this token I think topped out at about 200 million, and then it got dumped on by the community.
Crazy. So they rugged him.
Mind you, he was up because he even started to post Phantom Wallet like screenshots. I didn't get to see this one. The one I saw was about 3 to 4 million. Like he was up like $3-4 million. He said he got all the way to 6 million. Said I could have sold here, but I didn't because I'm true to my word and I held. And he goes, the rest of the market is the one who sold. And he goes, I will also just keep on buying.
So, sounds like he's taking a page out of Michael Saylor's book.
Sounds like it. So I'm going to tie this in real quick. I want to tie this in with two things. Hold Portnoy in your head, audience members. So Crypto Banter Twitter posted, we're approaching 11 million cryptocurrency tokens listed on CoinMarketCap. The question was, is an Altseason still possible? Right? Hold that thought. So I watched, this is, it will all tie in together. I watched then a video live stream today on Coin Bureau where they were going back and forth. And one of the topics was, is there still an Altseason? And with the dilution of the market of the altcoins, as we just stated, there's close to 11 million on CoinMarketCap. Could there be an Altseason? The large sentiment in the market is that no, or maybe it's different due to the amount of just tokens out there and the amount of money. So one of the hosts, not guy, the other host, Nick, blonde dude,
from Banter Bubbles,
from Coin Bureau.
No, Coin Bureau, yeah, Canadian.
He's Canadian, swole dude. Goes,
yeah,
he's pretty big.
Yeah, swole.
His arms are pretty big. Like, and you see him in the videos. That's what you.
Yeah. So what was
taking a sip of water and everything. So he goes. He heard a rebuttal of, yes, there are more altcoins, but just like there are altcoins in the stock market, you have penny stocks, and you have hundreds of penny stocks, and that even though there's hundreds or maybe thousands of penny stocks, the rest of the market still goes up. There's still an Nvidia, there's still a Meta, Facebook, there's still a Meta, all these other all these other companies. So there are still these pumpers, and just not necessarily just because there are more tokens doesn't mean the big players or the actual alts, utility alts, actual projects won't have a run in an Altseason environment. Now the reason I'm tying this in with our friend with Portnoy, right? Because I'm looping it all together is,
take us home.
If this is what,
I said, take us home.
Take us home. So if we have influencers pumping us and then dumping us, because that's what he was doing, and we have 11 million crypto tokens, which we don't have that. You don't have someone telling you to buy fucking a penny stock and then dumping it. Right? The closest we had to that was GME.
Yeah. But GME was distributed.
Correct. My question
for the most
is,
part,
do you see an Altseason like we've seen in the past with influencers pumping and dumping us, meme coins being created left and right, and a total 11 million crypto in the market?
That is
even though there are penny
interesting.
stocks, even though there are penny stocks in the stock market.
And you don't see that in the stock market.
You don't. You rarely see it, and it's difficult to pump a stock as we pump.
Well, okay, so in the case for GME, distributed, it was some random dude on the internet. No, not a celebrity, not someone who's well connected, just someone who did a lot of research. And then he posted it publicly, and other people liked what he had to say. He just happened to be like the most influential node. But in the case of like Elon, for example, saying, "Oh, personally, I think Tesla's Tesla stock is overpriced," it instantly crashes the market. You're like, okay, that's a pump and dump. Well, that's an inverse of a pump and dump, but
yeah,
interesting. I forgot where I was going with that, if I'm being honest. What was the question that I asked you originally?
Oh, I asked you the question. You didn't ask me the question.
Oh, my bad. What was the question?
The question was, with influencers who are pumping and thumping meme coins.
Oh, true.
With 11 million cryptos, and do you see an
alt?
alt?
And then I asked you,
even though there are,
yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I had asked a follow-up question. And my question was like, because you don't see that in the stock market.
Correct. I said it's very rare that you would be able to see that.
Yeah. And then I went off on that little tangent rant. My bad. Okay, so possibility, yes. However, limited because of the fact that people are probably going to be afraid of the repercussions that come with it, in terms of like image and legal fees that they might have to deal with after the fact. Like, now that I have the thought, the Hawk Tuah girl apparently came out of hiding and had like a interview.
We'll get into that one.
There's a lot of stuff.
I have information. I know. I didn't look at the interview, but I looked it up in case we were going to talk about it. But I just didn't. Talk about
I watched a YouTube video about that. But so like, she's pretty brave for coming back out, because
you're diverting
more
topic
involvement. Here. Yeah, I know. And then fuck my bad. Completely was gonna do that again. And then like I remember a lot of like sports a lot of athletes back in the last cycle were also endorsing cryptocurrencies, leading to them getting pumped, obviously, because there's a public endorsement, only for the project to then crash. Mind you, this was last cycle, completely different. This was pure euphoria season where no one cared about anything. This time, it's a possibility, but I feel like repercussions in terms of people's images and legal fees might scare them off. Why? You think it's very likely?
What?
Having an Altseason that is completely pumped.
No, you just didn't answer if there's an Altseason or not. Do you think there's an Altseason or not?
Oh,
and you think
okay. So I thought what you were saying was if there was going to be an Altseason with the driving factor being the influencers.
And no, the question is, even with the factor of influencers pumping and dumping, and with the factor of 11 million cryptos, do you think the argument of the analogy of penny stocks in stock market is as relevant as in the crypto market?
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
does the question make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so. I believe it does. Because these influencers, they'll be able to pump some, but not all. There's too many. Is that your question?
No.
No? Okay.
No, my question isn't about the influencers per se. I just dropped my phone. My question isn't about the influencers per se. It's more so. We currently have influencers and meme coins driving I would say, the others market, right? Which is currently down against Bitcoin as a whole, right?
Yeah.
And you have not all influencers, but you have many influencers shitting tokens and then rugging either the team, the community, whatever. I'm not saying Portnoy's doing that. He's just like, he thinks he's just pumping and dumping a token just because that, not the community aspect. He's not involved with those teams, right? What I'm saying is with that external factor of multiple meme coins being created and being pumped and dumped, excluding Portnoy, and then you have people like Portnoy who will use their influence, pump a token, maybe unknowingly, like he maybe didn't realize it, but irrelevant. Pumping a token, then selling whatever he held, whatever he was holding, right? That's his own thing, right? Taking liquidity, you can say, right? And the fact that we have 11 million cryptos, right, being traded that we didn't have prior cycles, is the argument for penny stocks in the stock markets the same or comparable to the amount of meme coins we have in crypto?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I would say so.
You say it's comparable? Like it's
yeah, I would say it does seem comparable. They might not be identical, but yeah, very comparable. Of course, like there's no oversight. I mean, but this is the open market. Like there is no oversight. So the question, I guess, would be, well, do you find it comparable or no?
I don't, not completely, just because I think the size of the markets are very different. Crypto, the way I'm looking at it is crypto is a much smaller market cap as a whole, 3 trillion, 3.5 trillion at the max. And the stock market, I haven't looked it up, but it's probably 10 times that, even more, maybe 100 times that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say 100, but it's
much bigger. It's much bigger.
It's much bigger. And I would say the amount of penny stocks compared to small caps or medium caps aren't even the same playing field. I think there's more projects in crypto than, well, I'm not. There are more tokens in crypto than there are stocks in stock exchanges. And we have much less. So we have less funds coming in versus the traditional markets. So, in response to that whole like size thing, it's like, oh, the market cap just isn't the same. There's also a scam is a scam, no matter where it's done. Like whether it's for a few bucks or for thousands of dollars or even foreign currency, whatever it is. What does the scam have to do with this? The pump and dump. So it is comparable to penny stocks, to what's going on with penny stocks. Like the reason why they don't allow, because I think it's not allowed. Like after the whole guy from the Wolf of Wall Street issue. Well, yeah, no, it's not. I'm not debating that. Like I'm not saying the pump and dumps are what dictates. I'm just saying. You're focusing, okay, I see what we're having here. I think you're focusing on the influencer too hard. And what I'm saying is there's a sector of the market that is just meme coins that are creating multiple coins on day's end. Yeah. Which takes liquidity out from the rest of the market. Versus on the stock market, we don't have the same size of those new companies IPOing every day and driving liquidity out of other things.
True. Yeah, so there's a lot less things being added at a time.
So what I'm saying is there's this
market. A lot of stocks being added.
Correct. So what I'm saying is this current moment that we, similar to NFTs, you can say there's this large creation of assets that have no use, that are just a giggle, like for funsies. That's
what it is. Memes are the new NFTs.
Correct. That's driving, I would say, other capital that would have been invested in larger cap tokens. So my thing. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, that is definitely happening, where they are driving some, but not a lot, but some. Yeah, I mean, cumulative, a lot.
The Trump token wiped out $1 billion worth of liquidity from the rest of the market.
That one is also not like the majority of the meme coins.
WIF was at $4, was almost at $7.
Yeah, WIF, yeah. But I'm talking about like total market cap for the like what's the total market cap for most of the coins? Yes, there are a few that have hella pool or a lot of the liquidity. But the majority of like if you go to pump.fund now, you're going to see hundreds of coins that are meaningless.
Yeah. So, do we have an alt season, yes or no? Just answer your damn question.
Oh, that's the question. That's the question you want answered? Are we having an alt season? Yes, most definitely we're going to have an alt season.
Is it the same as last cycle?
It's the same as last cycle's alt season? No. I don't think so. I think we will have it pumping more of the well-known like meme coins, the well-known ones, the utility tokens, whether it be DPIN, decentralized AI, gaming. Those are all file storage. Those are all likely to see pumps because of their utility long term. But there's still going to be millions or a lot of altcoins that never grow an inch because they're just not going to get any of the liquidity.
Yeah.
Now, how would you define Altseason?
I saw a conversation on this on Twitter Spaces like a couple weeks back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And the consensus was Altseason is, if I'm not mistaken, Altseason is defined where the alts grow for a short period of time. The alts grow faster than what Bitcoin does. And that the majority of liquidity goes away from Bitcoin into the altcoin market.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen?
No.
I do think it is.
Nope.
However,
why? Like, you're dead wrong.
Why?
Because Bitcoin and ETH is an institutional asset with institutional money at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
The reason Bitcoin is sitting at 100,000, is sitting almost at 100,000, is because it grew $1 trillion because of the ETFs. Yeah. And that money will not rotate to altcoins.
True. Those ETFs are not going to be rotating to altcoins. That's
$1 trillion that will not be rotated out.
Yes.
As we had in prior cycles.
Yes, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Now, what?
And I don't think there's going to be enough new money coming in as it would in that rotationary period as we've seen before.
You think?
Because I say that in the sense of when prior alt seasons or the prior alt seasons.
When you say rotational period, you mean like redistribution period?
Yeah.
Okay. No, because like what rotate like from bull to winter, like
It's a crypto rotation. You go from Bitcoin, ETH,
mid redistribution,
low caps.
Yeah,
it's called people call it rotation.
Okay.
Rotating at. But distribution, tomato.
Yeah, semantics.
Yeah, I think if we see the same amount of growth, right? Because Bitcoin is the leading is the first to move. If we see money flow into Bitcoin, causes Bitcoin to go up. The rest of the market, people who don't want to go into Bitcoin because they think the alts move faster or have a higher return, that money goes to the alts. I think you will still see Bitcoin's just inflow be larger than the alt market because there's bigger money on one side versus the other.
So you think Bitcoin's just going to take all of the funds? None of it's going to come into the I don't think it'll rotate as is rotated tradition prior. Yeah.
Prior.
So people are not going to be selling their profits that they're making on Bitcoin to redistribute it into other tokens, but rather people are going to be buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not going to be flowing down, and people are going to be putting in their own money into the alts directly.
Yeah, I think any retail that doesn't own Bitcoin but it's going to buy alts, that's seen Bitcoin go up, will just put in new money into the market to buy the alts. You won't see the sell-off on one side because it's just institutional money. It's companies. It's a different playing field.
Yeah. No, different regulations that they got to follow. I mean, there is the possibility that someone sells their Bitcoin on their like platform, on their stock platform.
Yeah,
or whatever
100%.
Pulls out the money and then decides to put it into alts, but that is going to be an ultra rare few.
Yeah, 100%. What I mean is, Bitcoin just has a bigger playground that will be that liquidity could get injected versus alts.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to have a traditional altcoin run. As you said, I think there will be alts that do fly and there will be sectors that fly. And it'll be the larger cap alts that fly. It won't be, obviously, we won't see what we've seen in prior cycles. In terms of like every little token to do hundreds of thousands of X's.
Yeah, there's more, I want to say risk now because there's more shit coins.
100%.
Yeah, that's very accurate.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying Altseason in the traditional sense as we've used to define it. I think it will. I think the definition will change.
Yeah, it definitely likely will from now on.
On that same topic of liquidity, the FTX payouts start on the 18th.
Oh, nice! That's around the corner.
Yeah. Which, mind you, that's a lot of capital being injected back into the market.
That is going to be a lot of capital being injected back into the market. Now, you ready for that inflow?
What do you mean?
The inflow of funds.
Son, I'm already like I can't be any more red in alts than I already am. Like, we're being realistic here. My portfolio can't be any downer on the dumps. I hope the inflow happens, and I hope it goes into things I'm holding. Being 100% honest, I would have done better if I would just bought Bitcoin and Sol.
And just Sol, yeah. So
not even ETH, because it's down. If you would have bought, like, you'll be break even right now.
Yeah. So mind you guys, there is a time to accumulate. There's a time to wait, and then there's a time to sell. The time to accumulate was like a year and a half ago.
No, it's now.
You can still buy now.
No, every altcoin that is not in the top 10 is down relative to almost a year ago. They were not at the same price.
Yeah. Okay, so buying now, I guess now is a good time. Yeah. If they're down that much, yeah, they're actually pretty. That was a good, because
Alex doesn't hold alts, clearly.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like my distribution of alts is relatively small. So now you're right. They did crash a lot over like from where they were, but when did they lose all this value again? Was this
After March of last year, their alts have died. Majority of alts. There are select few that have put in new highs and have performed well, but majority of alts.
Forgot. Yeah, last year's 2024. We're only in February. Yeah. I said a year and a half. Probably was more so. Should have been saying 2.
Yes.
Yeah, because 2023 was my like target year. 2023, 2022 was my target year for accumulation phase.
Which there are a lot of tokens that are respectively there or close to there.
Around that range, yeah. Then if that's the case, this is not financial advice, but that's not now's the time to buy. 100%.
There's very few tokens that are performing better than they were a year ago.
Now you got me interested in looking at the alts. After this whole conversation of just like, is there going to be an alt season? Are they even going to pump?
Who knows? I don't think anybody. Good alts will pump. I think this is maybe the cycle where the good things will pump versus the entire market pumping.
This cycle's it's different this time.
It's always different.
It's always different.
It's always different, but yet it's always the same.
It's always the same. Yeah, nothing's different. Things haven't changed.
No. Not at all. Well, things have actually changed quite dramatically.
Yeah.
We have a Bitcoin ETF.
That is true. That is true. And we have a lot of bills on the horizon for Bitcoin reserves at the state levels, which is exciting. I was just watching the one of the clips that we got from our last episode, and yeah, you brought up a good point where like if one state does it and like states start to do it, companies are going to start doing it, and that's where the majority of the attention will go. Bitcoin. So,
yeah,
it's exciting for Bitcoin holders. It's not so exciting.
The Bitcoin holders should be happy.
Yeah, it's not so exciting for the altcoins. However, XRP potential upside apparently is massive. But XRP is full of so much news. You don't. It's kind of hard to filter what's echo chamber, and what's coming from the source of truth.
XRP Army strong.
It's like, let's go.
Mind you, I sold all the XRP I had. I would have done better holding XRP than anything else. Never thought I would say that.
A few months ago, this guy was saying it was a stable coin.
Literally did say it was a stable coin. I mean, if we look back at it, so the FTX payouts are coming, right? They're pricing Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. They're pricing Bitcoin at, I believe, 20,000 from the time they what?
Who's pricing Bitcoin at 20,000?
The FTX, the bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Right? And apparently they're pricing ETH at the same price it was when they bankruptcy. Guess the price that it was priced at that I saw.
2,200.
Close. It was like 2,400.
Yeah.
Exactly where it is now.
Crazy. ETH has not moved. ETH is
stable
a
coin
performer. Yeah.
Well, it's not a stable coin until it isn't.
It was worth more like a couple weeks ago.
After the dump, yeah. Before the dump, yeah.
Everything was worth more a couple weeks ago.
Also true.
But like in reality, William, what difference did ETH do as compared to the other alts that are now back at the price that they were at a year ago? It's the same thing.
There's a difference. There's a big difference. There's actually a really big difference between ETH and those other alts.
Yeah,
you want to know what the difference is?
What is it, William?
The rest of the alts are not the second biggest cryptocurrency in the world.
Or the second oldest.
Or the second oldest.
Yep.
That's the main difference.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know
the second oldest.
Because didn't like Litecoin didn't show up before Ethereum?
Maybe, but like the first real alt apart from Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or Bitcoin derivatives.
Yeah, derivatives, forks. Yeah, facts. No, reasonable. Man, I took my notes differently this time, and like I don't know why I did this. Don't know. Okay, so I don't know how to bring up my topic, and I don't even know what topic to bring up. I'm gonna be honest. What do you think?
You want me to tell you what to bring out?
Yeah, which one do you think? Because I went over them with you before. Which one do you think is the most interesting?
You want to hear the thing? I don't remember what you told me.
Remind you?
I don't remember what they were.
I see. Well,
pick the second one. Whatever that one is, I picked that one.
The second one. So like,
I'm assuming you have it in a list.
I wrote my notes in like all bold. Kind of, they're all the same. So now I'm like trying to figure out where did one post end and the other one start. I don't even know which one. Where does it start? Where does it end? It's a mess. It's a cluster. Okay, well, I found one. I got one. I'm sorry, William.
Go for it, bro.
When was the last time you've opened up OpenSea?
Honestly, I think like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually quite a while.
I don't touch meme coins and I don't touch NFTs anymore unless the NFT has true and actual utility.
Yeah, so OpenSea just recently updated their login page, and they are preparing for OpenSea V2. Apparently, that's like just around the corner. So this new update for their logon page is kind of related to, well, it is in lead up to their launch of V2, where they are announcing that they're going to be doing like an airdrop for this launch. So if you're currently using OpenSea and you meet certain requirements, you'll qualify for the airdrop.
For the OpenSea airdrop.
For the OpenSea airdrop, correct. V2.
Gotcha.
Yes. So apparently this might be like relatively bigger news for the NFT market, because this might be able to bring in some new funds, a good injection, because essentially it should be more compliant across the world. However, there are some controversies with this as usual, and this is because there's gonna be some restrictions for that airdrop, as I mentioned. And these restrictions are shocking, to say the least, or stunning. Stunning? Yeah, like shocking. I guess shocking is the right word. Let's go with shocking. So, first update that they have is that they are requiring full KYC to use their site on V2. They are limiting users to be 18 years or older since you're making purchases. Banning VPNs and working outside of countries that are not allowing it to operate legally. Well, that last one kind of makes sense, but essentially full KYC, that's kind of intense for some NFTs.
It's annoying for sure.
Yeah. And then 18 plus, I guess. I would change it to maybe 13. 13 might be a little young. 15? I don't know. Or not have that in the first place. And then they're also banning VPNs, which is kind of wild. I don't know how they're doing that one.
Yeah, that's the wildest one.
Well, the whole VPN thing is mostly just to avoid people logging in from states where they're banned to operate.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but it's also like the majority of people in crypto are on a VPN just because you don't want to be targeted by any malicious actors, especially if they know your IP address mainly. And mind you, if some of these people who are selling their NFTs and it's a Bored Ape or one of these bigger NFTs worth a couple $100,000, you don't want them to have your information now, or well, not your IP address, better said.
Yeah, you might not want them to have your IP address. Correct.
Yeah, you don't want to go swimming naked in the public pool.
In other words, VPNs are good for your security hygiene in general.
That too.
Just, it's like closing the blinds. Very common thing.
Yeah. I get the KYC, since I'm assuming they're based in the US.
I have no idea where they're based, actually.
Or they're trying to just appeal a US market to not have issues.
That's what I think. Either appealing or excluding outright. Can I go?
Well, they're not excluding anyone because you have to KYC to use V2.
True.
Because I'm assuming they don't want you just to do the KYC just because. They want you to do the KYC so you can access the platform itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. But yeah, I think they'll lose. I think people just like who doesn't want the KYC would just move on to a platform that doesn't require.
Maybe, yeah, because like overall, there's a lot of people who think that this is gonna really start the super cycle of sorts for NFTs.
I don't see why. I mean, I'm going to say
because of the airdrop.
Why that would cause. Yeah,
the airdrop is supposed to. Yeah. That's why there's some controversy between this.
I don't think it causes a super cycle. Better said, I don't think it causes a blip on anyone's radar.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one, if I'm being honest.
Like, and
not many people are gonna care. It's like, okay, cool, I guess.
Like, no one's gonna go through that extra work unless they're already using it to trade NFTs. 100%.
And even then, if you have once you have an NFT in a wallet, doesn't mean that you have to go through that platform to sell your NFT. You're the owner. You could sell it wherever.
Exactly.
Interesting move by OpenSea.
They're just doing it to be more compliant. I'm assuming to U.S. regulators.
Yeah. They want to operate legally.
Compliantly.
They want to operate in compliance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you hear about Japan? What's going on in Japan?
What did Japan do? Tell me. Enlighten me.
So, the Japanese Financial Service Agency is apparently getting ready to lift the Bitcoin ban, approve spot ETFs, and slash crypto taxes from 55% down to 20%. So
that's a good chunk of change right there.
Yeah, that's very bullish if it's true. Because
if it happens,
if it actually happens. The question is, will they do it? So this pivot obviously means that Japan is willing to join the crypto revolution and ease up on the restrictions. And they're not the only ones, obviously.
Who else?
US is doing it. Russia. I mean, Russia's definitely using crypto.
I think it's just the effect that we talked about and on many episodes in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Once one country does it, they all have to do it.
Yes. El Salvador, Argentina. Africa uses a lot of Bitcoin, surprisingly.
Okay, I will reiterate this. Once a major country does it, they all have to do it.
Well, yeah. Well, the Africa one thing isn't by the actual government; it's just the people.
Yeah. Well, I meant to like
nations. You meant actual nations, not individuals.
Whoa. Japan's a nation.
Yeah, because Japan. One of them. Yeah, so Japan's a big and a big one too.
Well, I mean like
financial prowess.
I mean big countries with GDP that matters, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
not hating
definitely
y'all small countries with small GDPs, by the way. We love y'all too.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think about Japan? Potential making these cuts.
They don't want to get left behind.
True that.
Like even individually, like you don't want to get left behind to bigger countries buying or being crypto forward, because that would take away potential future investing in your own country.
Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin's limited. Hard cap, 21 mil. Once it's gobbled up, it's gone. There's no more. You can't print more. It's not fiat.
Yeah, like on that same note, right now, public companies hold a total of 622,735 Bitcoin worth an estimated, because it changes often, is worth 59.82 billion, representing a 2.95% of the total Bitcoin supply.
Damn. I should know that math. There's some people who probably know that math really well. I was saying 3%, but 2.9, pretty close. But that's just...
Yeah, it's 3%.
Yeah.
Mind you, MicroStrategies makes up like the 2%.
Yeah. Facts.
Of that 2.95%. So
yeah, they own a large chunk.
And the fact that they just announced that they bought today as well.
Yeah, of course. It's been a while since they last bought, but yeah,
it's been a couple weeks.
And they had a name change recently, I noticed.
Yeah, that's right. I said MicroStrategies, right?
Yeah, it's no longer MicroStrategies.
Nope, they didn't. Nope. I'm waiting for you to tell me their name.
It's just Strategy.
With a B at the end.
Oh, really?
You didn't see a logo?
No, I didn't see no logo.
Yeah, it's Strategies with a Bitcoin B at the end.
Interesting. I did not see the logo. I'm going to pull that up now. Yeah, they just bought Strategies. Company.
Could have told me just to pull it up.
Oh, you have it? This guy's always prepared. He has everything. No, the logo. I'm not finding the logo.
I'm coming.
MicroStrategies.
Give me a second. I'm opening it up.
I want to see the MicroStrategy ones, dude. Found one strategy, but I don't see the logo. Oh, I see it now. Guys. Oh, that's not. Come on, focus.
Yeah, I shared it for you.
I found it
right here.
Strategy to the power of B.
Pretty much. That took a long time to put up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pretty hard. That's pretty cool. I like the logo.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that guy's got 2%. That guy has 2%. That guy has 2% of the Bitcoin allocations. That's insane.
Well, on that same note, while we're talking about Michael Saylor, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say soon other countries are gonna be doing the same thing. United States might buy a good amount of Bitcoin. Other countries are gonna buy a good amount of Bitcoin. It's gonna be harder and harder for them to start reaching 2% per se, as they start buying in. But yeah, eventually the big fish are gonna come and they're gonna pick up all the bits.
Well, not just that. So the federal government,
Eat while you can.
Eat while you can, yeah. Not just that. The federal government will probably buy its own supply of Bitcoin, for an example. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean states in an individual level can't buy their own small supply of Bitcoin for their states.
Yeah, 100%. The states, if it's approved federally, it will eventually likely get approved within the state level. Additionally, and they're also going to be buying, and then other countries, and then Brazil also follows a similar structure as the United States, where they have the country of Brazil with a bunch of different states within the country, all having their own governors. Could happen in Brazil too, for example. It could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's math first. First it's slow, and then it's rapid.
Yeah. So before we segue to our next little thing, so what do you think Michael Saylor talked about on Fox News last week? When was it?
The potential Federal Reserve for Bitcoin?
No. So this was
Bitcoin Reserve.
Posted by Cointelegraph on Sunday. So they asked him what will happen once you're gone with your crypto holdings and all this. So it reads, Michael Saylor hints that after his death, his Bitcoin keys will be destroyed, ensuring his BTC is never sold, calling it a prorate contribution to all Bitcoin holders.
That guy's insane. That guy is literally insane. That's crazy. That's wild work. He said just destroy his seed.
Seed phrase. I will assume that does not include the seed phrase his company holds.
No, that's his personal. That has to be his personal.
I will assume it's his personal, and I assume he holds probably 10, 20,000 Bitcoin. Individually.
Something like that. But still, crazy. No, if he did it for the company, that's insane.
I think that wilder.
That's wild.
That'd be wild.
But no, that's a testament. He's living life as if things just he owns anything. Things are just in his possession for the meantime. But he's never selling Bitcoin.
So
he's like, I'm never selling it, and no one's grabbing it.
I don't like the fact that he's going to do that.
It's jarring. It's jarring. I was super conflicted when you said that. That's an insane. It's kind of a waste of money. Kinda, but not really.
Oh, I'm not even looking at it in the sense of money.
Why?
I think it goes down to the fact that if Satoshi's dream was to create a peer-to-peer system with no government's intervention or being able to sanction or stop it, it proves that we failed that.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that. Because assuming it's 20,000 Bitcoin, right? We don't even know the real number. Like, I haven't looked it up.
What do you mean? Oh, how much he has.
How much he individually has.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It means he never used the asset the way it was intended to be used.
You sure about that?
If you just held it, yeah.
So I have a thesis for a counterpoint to that statement. Bitcoin is a store of value.
It's not.
Store of values.
But that's not the white paper.
Okay. Peer-to-peer financial system. Distributed.
Yeah. Store of value is not what the white paper entails.
Okay, but in having a 21 million hard cap, store of value is like intrinsic. Like, there's a store of value there because of the limit.
Doesn't mean that's what it's meant to be for.
Okay, no. If that's not what it's meant for, then no, I have no argument. That's why I said a thesis.
It's meant to.
That's why I say a thesis.
I mean, the white paper doesn't say it's meant to store the value. The white paper states it's meant to allow people to freely
conduct transactions
with others with no middleman involved.
Correct. What I was gonna say was in Saylor publicly destroying essentially the Bitcoin. He is publicly giving back the value that he accumulated evenly amongst all Bitcoin holders.
Well, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying in terms of the asset and what it was meant for, it's not
evenly
that asset.
and indiscriminately. Mind I add.
Mind you add. Yeah. No, he's just adding it to the 7.5% of lost Bitcoin that there already exists. I'm not disagreeing with
and
this.
All that does is lowers the supply even more by X percentage, increasing the actual value of whatever's left in circulation.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying we're not treating Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer system.
You think it's partially disrespectful to Satoshi? You think Michael Saylor is disrespecting Satoshi?
I think to a degree he's disrespecting Satoshi. While at the same time paying tribute to a similar thing Bitcoin what Satoshi did.
Yeah. Also true. Interesting takes.
I think anyone who just
which you might
Bitcoin,
be able to say it's a little blasphemous.
Which
him
part?
copying. Yeah, no, yeah.
It's a tribute.
He's
I'm not
copying.
saying copying. I'm saying it's a tribute. I'm saying it's a tribute to Satoshi.
Okay. Tribute. Different word.
I hold the opinion that whoever buys Bitcoin should, in one way or another, transact with Bitcoin.
That makes sense.
And the day becomes much more streamlined. They can transact with Bitcoin anywhere. Even better. Without having to sell the asset to then pay your bills in cash or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, don't get me wrong. I'm never selling either. I will only sell if needed to be sold.
Or I transact or transact in it.
Or yeah, I'm not gonna.
But because you're not doing what Saylor's doing. Saylor's reportedly never selling.
I think he means it. He's only sold one time. That's to pay taxes.
So here's kind of my counter argument to this whole not selling thing. I have this sense of guilt sometimes when I buy something with my US cash. And I'm like, damn. And I say I'm not like investing in Bitcoin. Like I could take this money, like I'm not selling Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin, but I'm not selling it for buying. I'm not using this money to buy Bitcoin. I'm using it to buy a shirt. So like, in essence, I did sell Bitcoin for the shirt because with that money I could buy Bitcoin.
Can I give you a counter argument to that?
Okay.
You could have put the money you would have bought on the shirt, let's say $20, waited 4 years, and it would have been $70.
Yeah. In Bitcoin.
In Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And bought the same shirt at the same price.
Yeah. The question is how bad do you need the shirt?
That's the question.
That's the question. How bad do you need the shirt? Because I got some socks, these. I have some socks with holes in them. I'm not going to lie.
Because he was buying Bitcoin instead of buying socks. I guess it's just like, I don't know. I see the point. I see the gesture. I get it. I respect it because it takes some nuts to do it.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it's like, man, transact with it before you're dead at least.
Yeah, do something. So, did I save this article? I saw an article. Let me see if I can find it. Apparently, since you're talking about transactions, the amount of donations made in crypto reached an all-time high last year, 2024. Yeah, hold on. I just found the article. Crypto donations surpassed $1 billion in 2024, marking major growth, which is pretty crazy. The report reveals 386% year-over-year increase in the average cryptocurrency donation size, and 70% of Forbes' top 100 charities now accept crypto donations.
That's
it's
crazy.
Pretty crazy. Yeah. So apparently, education nonprofits received the largest share of donations, totaling 16%. Then child and youth nonprofits secured 9.9%. Health and medicine 13%, and animal-related charities received 9.6% of the donations. So that's kind of like where the crypto community stands. So I think that's an interesting information to find. So yeah, transactions are being made, and Michael Saylor is not doing them. Make one to donate it, like an actual donation.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not against him not setting
a more traditional donation, because that donation that he's planning on doing is not a normal donation.
No, that might
be like
throwing it to ether
second,
for real.
Yeah, that's the first person to do something like that was Satoshi, and the whole Satoshi one right now is still kind of like in the air. Yeah.
It's iffy.
Essentially.
Because if those 1 million hit the market, oh my god, the havoc will break loose.
Yeah. The havoc would go crazy.
Havoc will break loose.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered
Saylor.
about that. Mm-hmm.
Segueing from Saylor's blasphemous disrespect to Satoshi and copying him. Wow.
I'm making that a thumbnail.
Go for it. So we have a couple new states interested in Bitcoin, Alex.
Oh, really?
What was do you remember the last number you gave on how many states were interested in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Reserve or in crypto reserves?
I believe the last number I gave to you was 12. I I feel like you might have corrected me to it being 15, and I was behind. Nonetheless, how far am I now? Where are we?
We have doubled since then. If it was 12, we have doubled.
Yeah? Really? 24?
We're currently sitting about 24 to 25 states that have a plan, have discussed, have bills for a Bitcoin or crypto reserve.
Oh, wow. That's almost half. That's almost half of the United States.
That's pretty much half of the United States. Want me to give you the list of states?
Yeah.
Cool. We got number 1, Utah. The bill is under consideration at the state Senate. We got Arizona. The bill awaits further deliberation in the state.
Okay.
Illinois could become the first state to become the first state to hold Bitcoin as a financial asset.
Oh wow! So they're almost there.
They're apparently, but it just says that. I think they're still in the committee phase. But I think theirs is much more streamlined compared to the rest.
Okay.
We got Texas as well, aiming to separate Bitcoin Reserve Fund and allowing residents to donate Bitcoin to the state reserve. I wouldn't donate my Bitcoin to Texas or to any state.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Buy your own.
No. Not even
buy
close.
your own. Not happening.
We got Pennsylvania. Legislation is being considered to allocate up to 10% of public funds, including the state's $7 billion rainy day fund.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's is big. That's a big one.
Yeah. We got New Hampshire. The state is evaluating the proposal to invest in Bitcoin with provinces for staking and lending digital assets. With provisions for staking and lending of digital assets.
Ooh, wow, staking and lending.
Correct.
Interesting.
We got Kentucky. House Bill 376 has been introduced. The bill specifies that the eligible digital assets must have a market capitalization of at least 750 billion. Currently making Bitcoin the primary option. It's the only asset with that market cap.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland, Delegate Kaylin Young introduced the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, authorizing the state treasurer to invest in Bitcoin using funds diverse from enforcement of certain gambling violations. Indiana, a bill has been introduced to permit state-managed funds such as public employees' retirement funds to invest in Bitcoin ETF, both spot and future.
Oh, futures.
Ohio, the state is considering legislation to allow Bitcoin investment as part of its financial strategy. Massachusetts, a proposal is under review to establish a Bitcoin reserve funded by voluntary contributions or Bitcoin tax payments. Massachusetts is going to have the least amount of money in all these states at the rate it's going.
3%?
What?
No, not 3%. 10%. No, Massachusetts
what?
allocation.
No, it didn't give an. It says a proposal is under review to establish a Bitcoin reserve funded by voluntary contributions or Bitcoin tax payments.
Oh, that's it. That's where they're
it.
getting the. Oh,
as of right now, yeah. So we got North Dakota, which unfortunately was rejected in the House. And we got Wyoming, that was also rejected in the Senate committee or on the committee vote. So those two did not make the cut. Missouri is just exploring legislation to invest in Bitcoin as part of its portfolio. We got Iowa just also discussing what they're going to do. Florida has shown interest but has not produced any legislation. Alabama is in the same boat as Florida. We got Montana. The state has entered discussions about establishing a Bitcoin reserve, but no formal proposals just yet. We got South Dakota also to provide in the future a proposal for legislation. We have Oklahoma, House Bill 1203, strategic reserve that includes Bitcoin, other digital assets with a market capitalization of above 500 million. I think that meant to see 500 billion, but I'm not sure. And Kansas, states considering legislation to invest in Bitcoin and financial assets. We got Montana, also discussing, and South Dakota. Already said South Dakota, and just Montana, and we end there.
That's quite a list. And
quite a list. A few of them are still missing actual bills to be introduced. But if they're talking about it, I'm assuming we will see one in the coming months.
Yeah, it does seem highly likely to happen. Exciting. I'm
news.
excited. I'm pumped.
I think we're going to see a Bitcoin run that we've never seen before.
I didn't hear you say Florida.
I did say Florida.
You did?
I said Florida. The only thing is Florida has not provided any real legislation just yet.
Okay.
They've talked about being interested, but they just haven't produced anything.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that race goes on for not a long time.
Mind you, everyone buying Bitcoin, a couple here, a couple there, it adds up quite quickly.
Yes, sir.
So to share some news that I saw on Twitter, I didn't save it, unfortunately. So I saw it was a tweet by Bitwise that companies and governments will have to go through peer-to-peer systems to buy. Will have to go through OTC to buy Bitcoin, because they will not be offering it the ETF, nor being able to buy from exchanges.
Because they're not offering ETF or exchanges? Why?
No. There's not enough Bitcoin exchanges to supply that demand. If the incoming keep on buying.
Yeah, the incoming demand is going to be astonishing.
Which, of course, OTC will always have more Bitcoin because everyone's price will start being shown. Mm-hmm. And people start to sell slowly. But just the amount may not. The supply shock will be felt soon.
Yeah, definitely.
We've been saying it for months, almost a year now, but it's becoming to fruition.
Yeah, it's literally just inevitable. It will
it's a
happen.
Self-prophecy.
It's self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Forgot the word. Exciting. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. I don't know. I feel tranquil. I feel at peace.
I feel whoever doesn't hold anything but alts is gonna cry for the next couple of years at this rate.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is why a diverse portfolio is important.
You know, part of me is like not at ease and not tranquil, and more so like grab as much as possible. More? Yeah, grab as much as possible, because there's people who you care about that haven't done that, and you need to take care of them. Like, this shit really.
You just can feed them to the sharks.
I guess you can for some people, but you know, right? Out of preference, you gotta be like,
we're carrying people. I know what you mean.
We're carrying. Okay. Who's gonna lift the boats and the logs?
Who's gonna lift the boats? You're right.
I think that's the mentality.
Yeah. And one more thing before you wrap up. I would say. So remember how last week we talked about the liquidation event that happened? That was one of the biggest in crypto history, about $2.3 billion.
$2 billion, yeah, 2.3.
Well, that day later, after we recorded, some information came out from Bybit's CEO.
Okay.
Right? So he stated, "I'm afraid that today, real total liquidation is a lot more than 2 billion. By my estimation, it should be at least around 8 to 10 billion. FYI, Bybit 24-hour liquidation alone was 2.1 billion. He shows a screenshot of the Bybit showing what was the liquidation just for them, and he replies, that it was an internal message from their own liquidation. On CoinGlass, however, it was recorded around 333 million. He writes, we have API limitations on how much feeds are pushed out per second. From my observation, other exchanges also practice the same limit liquidation data. Moving forward, Bybit will start to push all liquidation data. We believe in transparency.
Oh, wow. That's a lot to take in.
If 8 to 10 billion was liquidated in that run, exchanges made a metric shit ton of money that day.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. A lot of money moving. A lot of transactions.
And it also explains the downward pressure we saw within just the entire market.
Everywhere. Everything crashed. Yeah, everything went down essentially. It would make sense that it's more than 2 billion.
And to add, it also shows the amount of buying pressure there is from the large wick that was formed on the daily time frame from that day's event.
A lot of buying pressure.
Yeah. So a wick occurs when the orders are being filled up and there's no more downward setting, meaning everyone's really comfortable buying at that price.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that wick pushes up and could become green or gets filled to a certain point.
Okay.
I mean, there's so much buying pressure on all throughout that the wick didn't fill at the bottom; it actually filled midway on some of them, if not higher.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. It was a long candle, but short, long wick. It's a very long.
Yeah,
wick. Short candle.
Long wick, short body.
Short. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, a lot of buying pressure for sure. Crazy.
And with all these different states, countries, and everything, we will see a Bitcoin run that we've never seen before.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be spectacular.
Which will probably cause FOMO in retail that will most likely only have one option to buy, and that'll be altcoins, not Bitcoin.
I'm feeling FOMO.
And there goes your alt season.
And then facts. And then that's where it ends.
Well,
crazy.
Yeah. Well, actually, I have one more thing we could talk about.
Okay.
Before wrapping up, this is from Benjamin Cowan. Bitcoin Maxi, smart guy, really loves Bitcoin dominance, really loves watching Bitcoin alt Bitcoin pairings more so than altcoin USD pairings. So his take on it is, well, and I agree with this. We don't really see Altseason really start until we see quantitative easing start.
Okay.
Because we're currently in QT, quantitative tightening.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the Fed's not really printing money. We're really being strict. We have higher interest rates. And he goes, we really don't see Bitcoin fly hard or alts fly hard until QE starts. And we're projecting QE starts at some point this year, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
Or we could stay in QT, which will still push the price of alts either lower or stay the same where we are now. Except for a select few, of course.
So he says it's more so depending on when does quantitative easing start.
Yeah, it's more so once monetary policy really starts changing.
Loosens up a bit. Interesting. And I believe CPI, PPI coming out again
this week. Yeah. We'll see how those go.
Yeah, because that will kind of determine what. I mean, no, Powell probably already knows what he's gonna do.
He has an idea. So we either get a pause or an interest cut.
Mm-hmm. Or a raise. You think they're
Doubtful.
gonna raise the interest rates?
No, I don't.
Unemployment
Very,
slowed
very
down.
unlikely.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think I.
A raise is doubtful for me. I think if anything, he'll just leave it there.
I'm a little
for
iffy
another
right
meeting.
now. I don't know. Yeah.
I think
That's
Powell
probably,
leaves it alone for another meeting.
I think I would agree. Powell is the type of guy to be like, it ain't broke. Don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
He's like, if we're not getting away from like our target, then we're kind of good for now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But that's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah.
I was gonna say that his fear of like overdoing it will probably hold him back from.
Yeah, and doubtful Trump pushes him to do, like, even though they do whatever they want. I doubt Trump would be able to nudge him to do something else.
Yeah. Yeah, true that.
Well, that's all I got now.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone over quite a bit.
We've touched on a few topics. This is a fact.
Yeah, I'm not doing my notes like this ever again. I don't like it at all. At all.
That's the thing we learned.
Yes, sir. So I'm good for today, I guess. Don't got much to say, unfortunately, for you guys. I know you guys.
We love hearing Alex talk.
I know. No, you guys love hearing us talk. Both of us, William, not just me.
So on that note, like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, notification bell. Let us know how we're doing.
If you saw that question that I asked earlier, let us know. Please let us know.
Repeat the question just so those who didn't catch it.
I don't remember it. I forgot it. I do remember asking.
The question was, have you rewatched prior Super Bowl halftime shows on your phone?
That is a question.
But on that note, thank you for tuning in to another
week of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes Crypto.
The Unscripted
Crypto Podcast.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.